And today's Yom Yom from my father's talks. This is the previous Rebbe, Lubavitcher Rebbe. He was the sixth Rebbe of Chabad, talking about the fifth Rebbe. The service, the idea of serving God according to Chassidut means a lot of things. Okay, serving God generally means just doing Torah and doing the commandments, doing what you're supposed to do. According to Chassidut, serving God is a little deeper than that. This is and these are it's taken, I say, the basic doing Torah, doing the commandments, believing in God. That's not really serving God according to Chassidut. That's good Jew, you'll go to heaven 100%. But serving God means what you do with your soul, your emotions. Okay, so one level is the different levels of life in your serving of God, doing the commandments. The level of a corpse doesn't need much elaboration. A corpse, a person is dead. What does it mean he's dead? He does the Torah, he does the commandments, but he's not excited at all, like a dead person. Right? He does what he's supposed to do. He has all the limbs are there, everything is there, but he's not enthusiastic at all. At all. He's doing it because why not? Another chance. No other alternative. But there's also people that are there's also in Chassidut, there's also called the revival of the dead, the enlivening of the dead. Even if a person is dead, serving God, he's totally disinterested. It says absolutely nothing to him, putting on tefillin. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. But there's also what's called bringing the dead to life. A corpse is cold. There's nothing as cold and frigid, good word, frozen, as natural intellect, human intellect. Now, with your natural intellect, you can cool anything off. When one's natural intelligence comprehends a godly concept and the emotions which are asleep in your intellect get inspired and moved by the pleasure of serving God within intellect, that's called reviving the dead. That's called, let me make a small comment. Sometimes they have over here comments. No, and let's make a small comment about what's going on over here. Let's say a person, or maybe I'll even give you an example here. Okay, a person that he writes books. He writes books. He likes to write books. He makes money. He writes books. He's very good. Writes books, and he writes and thinks he's not successful whatsoever. Someone comes over to him and says, "Are you, Joe Groyce? Yeah, you wrote this book which is called To Be a Human." Yeah, I wrote the book. He said, "Oh, you don't know what that book did for me. Oh, that changed my whole life." I said, "Really?" He says, "Oh, it's changing the lives of millions of people. You should have written on your book that you can't copy it. You can't make copies. But people copy it. It's a short book. Oh, you've said, all of a sudden you realize that you're doing something that's really meaningful. You're not just writing books because you're doing it for money, right? It's really meaningful. The same thing is Torah and commandments. Excuse me. Torah and commandments. A person can do the commandments because you're doing it. You do it. You have to do something. So you do the commandment. Maybe I'll go to heaven. Maybe this. But when you start to realize, according to Chassidut, what an effect this has to God, that God gets pleasure from your commandments, and what God is, and how much you owe God, and that God really appreciates your appreciation, then that enlivens you. Suddenly you have a new life. Wow, really? I'm doing this. Then you have a corpse is cold. According to intellect, God doesn't exist. But your heart feels that it does. Your intellect can keep you dead. Don't get excited. The Rebbe even has a sikha where he says, even when you see a big miracle, the Jewish people saw 10 plagues, God split the sea, right? What does the intellect say? Listen, God creates the world, he can do everything. So he split a sea. So what? Don't get excited. The main thing is don't get excited. Your excitement has to be for yourself. Your excitement is for yourself, and your mind can calm. You see God, God really feel. You sure God exists? What are you getting excited about? What do you mean getting excited? God did a miracle. Look at this miracle. Big deal. So he did a miracle. So what? Right? According to you, he creates the world. So he did a miracle. Nothing to get excited about. right? And he said, look what type of a car you're driving. That why don't if you believe in God, why do you have an old, 19 whatever it is Ford? Why don't you have a Ben Cadillac? Why are there sick religious people? Why are they sick? The intellect will always bring reasons to cool a person down, to not think about how good God is right now. That's what Chassidut does. Chassidut is trying to come to warm up and to enliven and to raise the dead, that you become excited about serving God, and the negative things that are there, you say, I'll let God take care of it. Maybe one day I'll have an explanation. But that's not going to take away my enthusiasm. That's what it means, raising the dead. Okay, story.